On today's episode, we talk to John Prosser, Luke Miani, and Renders by Ian for a bunch of time. I'm my Cave Dave, and I simplify Apple so that everything just works for you. And if you want the latest Apple news, leaks, and rumours every weekday at 12 UTC, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell. And you might notice that my voice is not all that today, and that's because yesterday we were live streaming for just under 6 hours for the IK-versary. We've been talking about it for weeks, and to be honest, it was not a letdown. We had pretty much everyone that was supposed to be on the show was on the show. There was, I think, one person that was out sick, which, you know, things happen. And this is what I was trying to make sure that everyone understood, that, you know, sometimes things happen, but there was no real issues on the day. It was fantastic. So in this video, I want to just share the clip of us talking to John Prosser and Renders by Ian, and then it came to Luke Miani's time, so we just brought him in and we all chatted together, and it was really cool. So this is quite a long video for me, but I think it's really fun, and it gives a kind of insight as well into what some of the YouTubers that you watch on YouTube are like in real life, and people are good. I just think people are really good, and I want to thank everyone that came on the show. We'll be sharing some more clips throughout the week. This one is going to be our main show for today, because A, there's not a lot more news, and B, I was live streaming for 6 hours yesterday. I'm kind of tired, but I'm going to share this one today, and then we'll put out some of the other stuff as chunks that we put in addition to our normal shows. So there will be a lot of videos coming out this week, but it means that you don't have to trawl through the 6 hours of live stream all on your own. So enjoy this little video with myself, John Prosser, Renders by Ian, and Luke Miani. Just joining us in the chat really quickly, we've got Ian Zeblo. Hey man, how you doing?
Hey, sorry, that was quick.
How are you? Yeah, I don't hang around, man.
I'm good.
Things will break if I take too much time. So Ian, if anyone doesn't know, is the guy behind basically all the YouTubers' renders, apart from mine, because we've been using Apple Tomorrow since day one, pretty much. So how did you become so prominent as the render guy for everyone on YouTube? Was it purely through John?
I guess. It's been a whole lot of luck.
It has.
Yeah, I don't really know. It just kind of happened.
And speaking of John, he's right here. So should we bring him straight on, or do you want to have a chat first? Should we keep John waiting?
No, bring him on. We'll leave.
Okay. Cool. Here we go. Here is the man himself.
No, I'm on with Ian.
Yeah, sorry, man.
No.
I know,
Kind of weird.
I know you like to keep that as a work thing.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to see him outside of the office. That's the rule.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever talked. This is kind of weird.
Like through voice?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No. This is actually my first time learning that you're real.
Yeah, I'm not just a.
I thought he was an AI.
Dude, you got to talk to him through text message. He seems like an AI the whole time, except when you try to play him in pool because he loses.
Except when you lost.
No, we don't talk about that.
We don't.
No, that was when I played the AI. It beat me. It was a computer.
Sure.
Unbelievable.
Hey, Dave, how are you, man?
I'm good, man.
Happy birthday. Happy
thank you
channel
very
birthday.
much. And it was your birthday just recently, right? Last Thursday.
Yeah, it was my life birthday. Hooray.
I had to type it into my calendar. I didn't do a Sam and just pretend it was already on there.
Did you just kick Ian out?
I didn't kick him out. I think he jumped out.
Aw, Ian, how dare you? Didn't even say bye. How rude.
But he's always welcome to jump back in. How are you doing?
I'm good. Dude, how many hours have you been on so far?
5, just over 5.
Do you want to die?
Not really. I'm doing pretty good. I haven't even been out for a bathroom break.
What? You haven't?
No.
That's what I just did before I came on.
Yeah, well, that's just on brand, though, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was what you expect to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's everyone in the chat doing?
They're pretty good. We've got a few questions.
I can pull the chat up and be responsible.
Yeah, most of the questions for you are how to spell fapata.
FPT, fapata.
Yeah. My personal one was, why isn't it weavapana when you do
for VPN? I should. I should.
But yeah,
I never thought about that. I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I say that?
Weavapana.
Wavapana?
Whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing that.
Whatever, pana.
This feels like a Genius Bar podcast. It is. Well,
Yeah.
you're the new host. Hello.
Pretty close. I mean, if you ever have a short day where you haven't got enough hosts, I know it's normally around
Enough
2.
hosts. Yeah.
Then I'm always available. That's fine.
Okay. I'll
And I
make
can-
sure. You
I
just
can do
gotta
it
know the
American
Manscaped
time.
ad read.
Yeah. Well,
Be
we've already
prepared to
put
shave
that
your
in.
balls for money.
Yeah. If I need to do that, I'm willing to do that.
I saw. I think when I started watching the stream, Mark was on. So hi, Mark. I see Mark everywhere on Twitter and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah, he's a good guy, and what a voice for radio.
yeah, for
He's
real
got
though.
a crazy good voice.
Does he have a
And
YouTube channel or is he just a
he
viewer?
has put out his first video today.
No
sir.
way! Congratulations, Mark.
So we've been sending as many people as we can that way. Dave, up your volume a bit. Okay, I have to physically go around to do this.
Am I too loud? Is that
Let's
the
up
problem?
my volume a little bit. Let me know if that's too high, you guys.
This is so fancy. I tune in the stream and it says coming up next. It said coming.
I
up
know,
next.
yeah. Well, you're the only
Super
person that got that, if I'm completely honest. But I was.
I'm the only one.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had 2 guys that were chatting to each other, so I was like, I've got some spare time. I'll just do that. Now I'm going to put up the merch one because there's actually going to be people coming in.
I'll
now
buy
because
merch.
you're here.
Personally endorsed by Jern. Oh, my phone is creating interference with the mic. Okay.
That's okay. We're not that professional. As I say, I actually had to reboot my Mac Mini halfway through the stream.
Oh, really?
We did not drop the stream.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
How?
StreamYard is crazy. So I picked up my iPad. We just transferred me over to the iPad.
Oh,
I dialed in from the iPad, rebooted this, and just jumped straight back in. Still,
was the stream causing problems with the Mac Mini?
I don't know. I think well, it's got a little bit warm, but I have had 5 hours of live streaming on it with a capture card and like many Chrome tabs and Twitter and numbers and some other stuff running. So I think it's
those
numbers.
Well. Don't really
Yeah,
I mean
numbers is back up right now because it's got my running order on it.
I'm on the 24-inch M1 iMac.
Yeah, I mean mine's literally the basest of base.
So why is it warm?
Well, only because I've just had that. It's been going for that long, and we did have like 4 Chrome windows going at the same time.
Oh, so yeah, I tried. Yes, because I tried to go on the stream, and I was using Safari, and StreamYards told me no.
It's the one thing, but Safari on the iPad it works. I was like, well,
why?
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
All right,
but yeah, I guess we should talk about some Apple stuff now that you're here. Oh, Ian's back. Ian's back.
Hey, Ian's back. Hey,
yeah,
you did a face reveal. Why aren't you showing your face right now?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
He's wearing that nice Apple hat.
I guess I can.
Oh, my God. Dude, that picture of you. Oh, I would the show would be in the middle of being edited, you know? And then after we show some really cool renders that you did, and then I do the whole thing where it's like, I worked with render artist renders by Ian.
It's just me.
And I show your Twitter. And every time Karina walks by and she goes, why is he using that picture? Like, because I'm putting you in the show, and it just makes, in front of 100,000 people, it makes it look like I'm working with this little kid. And this little kid somehow made these renders.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to just start. Every time I take a screenshot of your Twitter, I'm just going to put my own picture there.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Okay. As long as I have your permission. I'll put Dave's picture there so he gets the credit.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I guess I can turn my camera on. I don't know.
Oh, is he going to do it? Are you going to do it?
It's kind of weird.
The face reveal.
Why is it weird?
What's up?
Hey!
Oh, no, it's mirrored.
I think that's okay. I don't think anyone's going to notice right now.
I'm loud up now, too.
He's got a hoodie like you, John.
Yeah, I just woke up. So give me a break.
Dude, same. I woke up like 15 minutes ago.
No, but I traveled the whole day.
I woke up like 15 minutes ago and was like, well, first of all, I had a dream that I woke up and it was 2 and I missed the stream and I felt really bad about it. And then I was like, oh my God, Dave is going to kill me. And it was even scarier in my dream because I didn't have a message from him and he didn't say anything on Twitter. So I was like, oh, he's mad. He's very, very mad. And then I woke up for real at like 11:45. I was like, okay, I have time. I'm going to make it.
It's all good, my friend. It's all good. But it's just great to have you on here. And I've got to say how much I appreciate you taking the time to do it.
Oh, no problem. I watch your show every single day. So this is easy.
Aw. That's awesome. And I know you'd been watching for a while because like you super chatted us like right at the beginning when we got onto the stuff. Sorry, there are small children trying to break into the room. We're going to ignore them.
They're trying to celebrate the birthday.
But it might be because pizza arrived. I don't know. Pizza
Is it
always
celebratory
right.
pizza?
Yeah, we got some for all of you guys
awesome.
as well. It should be arriving anytime now.
Oh, you do
Is
have
your local
some.
Domino's open, right? Hello?
Someone said I still look like a kid.
Pizza delivery.
What smells like a kid?
No, they say I look like a kid.
Hey!
Yeah, he still looks like a kid. That is true.
Yeah, I'm 17, believe it or not.
Delivery. Thank you.
No, I don't believe it.
Yeah,
This is my face reveal. What if my face reveal happened here on the stream? Is that a little tiny Domino's box?
Yeah, man.
That's so cute.
Delivered by a little tiny child.
That's so cute, dude. I would also get. I used to get my renders delivered by a little tiny child.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his name was Ian.
Oh,
Wonder what happened to that kid.
So yeah,
His eyebrows look good. Yeah, they're back. I have eyebrows again.
Yeah, full set of eyebrows. Full set of eyebrows.
I'm not gonna lie, they came back sooner than I thought.
Yeah, and now you have probably integrations with Manscaped, so that you're ready if you ever need to do it again.
I'll do it with the lawnmower 4.0 or whatever. I don't know what it is. They're not paying me for this one, so I don't know. I don't know what version you're on Manscaped.
All sorts of stuff. 4,000 RPM. I've heard all of this.
Yeah, skin safe technology. You know the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when are you starting your podcast, Dave?
Podcast wise, we have been discussing it actually, and
Who's
I'm
we?
feeling... Sorry,
who's we?
So myself and Saran Bites have talked about doing some stuff in the past.
Oh yes, that's a good choice.
Yeah, we're definitely his beard is excellent now. I don't know if you saw him when he shaved his beard off, but he looked like a small child as well.
I thought he was a small child.
Oh no, he's not a small child.
Yeah, there was when I was in 6th grade. I remember I was in one school and then I transferred to a different school in 6th grade, and my mind broke because I was on the bus and the kids behind me had like a mustache and a beard.
Oh,
I transferred to this other school and suddenly like everyone had facial hair in 6th grade, and I was like, what? I didn't get facial hair till maybe last year. And so I just believed Saran Bite was one of those people from school from 6th grade where they're like actually 12 but have a full beard.
Now he's 19 according to the chat.
What?
And that includes
older than Ian.
According to whoa. Bouncing in and out a little bit there. That was just showing off the 3D effects that you can get in
that was
StreamYard. So yeah, he's 19. That's all cool.
Was he on earlier?
But now he was on earlier.
I feel like I missed everyone.
You did, but don't worry, I'm going to break it up into chunks of all the good stuff. Yeah, I probably won't put up the chunk with Tech Harmoon where my entire thing just died and we had to restart the stream. Although I don't know, maybe that could be good tech content for people. We also had a time when my TV, which is the main display I use, decided to just turn off. So
nice.
The stream was still going and everyone was still chatting.
But you couldn't see anything.
But I had no idea what was happening.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, so it was exciting times.
Do you know how many episodes of your show you've done so far?
I would guess it's
Do you not know?
I know the number of shows that we've done, but I don't know how many were the daily show officially, but let's have a look.
That's why I don't know if people know, but in the description of Front Page Tech, I have the episode number.
Oh,
that's for my purposes.
I haven't checked, but
it's on like episode 1066 or something. God awful.
Yeah, we're on. I think we've done. In fact, you know what? The easiest way to check this would be like TubeBuddy, because that tells you how many videos you've published. I think it's like 300. I think it's actually about 360. Even though we don't do weekend shows. We have put up extra shows at different times as well. Although TubeBuddy doesn't work apparently, so we don't know. Nobody knows. There's no way of knowing how many shows.
The Front Page Tech channel has had many different. Like I couldn't count just how many videos I have because it's evolved so many times. Like there was a period for I think like 2 years, 3 years, where there was gameplay videos every Thursday. I think there was a gameplay video, and it was like either Minecraft or whatever game we wanted to play. All those videos were then set to private, but for a long time, it was like sort of a techie, geeky variety channel. And Front Page Tech, the show, was just part of it. And then we learned that the YouTube algorithm doesn't like variety. So
No, it doesn't like variety. It likes boring and the same every time.
but it works. I think that's why the Front Page Tech audience is so like committed, and why they consistently watch every episode and I get consistent views every time, because when you sign up or when you subscribe, when you hit the subscribe button, you always get the videos that you subscribe for. It's never like I never change it up and do some sort of weird variety thing or a gameplay thing.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I just had to put this up because you've been rickrolled in the chat, which I thought.
Oh, thank you so much.
So that's fun.
So glad that happened to me today.
John, I changed my profile picture for you.
Let me check.
Whoa, what?
I will check.
This is breaking news on the IK.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Ian, how do you spell Ian? Okay.
EAN.
Oh God damn you! You changed it to me.
It's perfect.
You're the worst.
I know.
Yo, is your pooter dead? Ian?
Who got a dead pooter?
Looking at this render on Twitter that broke your phone, is your pooter dead?
Oh yeah.
Oh no. I'll send it to you. It works perfectly on my PC.
You'll send me your pooter?
No,
it was too high res.
Picture.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll test it.
It's ridiculous. It plays 5. Okay, don't show it on here though. It plays 5 seconds and then it just doesn't play.
Why don't show it on here?
Because it's part of a bigger thing I'm working on.
Oh, I see. Are we allowed to swear on the stream? Am I doing bad things?
Oh, I don't mind.
Okay. I'll try not to.
They always worry at the beginning, right? And then it's like don't open with swearing.
Yeah, first 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, try to play that.
After 5.25 hours, we're probably safe from that.
Let's see what Ian has sent me.
It plays like 3 seconds.
Is it gonna break my phone? Is that why you sent it to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've just got another guest joined the chat, so should we just add him in?
Who is it?
Well, you
it's
love
playing
being,
fine for me, dude.
You love
working on my phone.
Yeah, if you're not in a rush to get off, John, as long as you're happy.
Good.
Because you like being hijacked by this guy, right?
Oh,
well.
Is it Lucas Mianis?
Lucas
Look who we
Mianis.
have
a nice
here.
channel too.
Not Lucas Mianis.
See, this is actually
Well.
the triangle of Ian as well.
Well, all right, gotta go, everybody. See you later. Okay, bye. Every time.
How are you, Luke?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Really good. We've had
Your
a good
background
time.
looks so good.
Thank you.
know.
You guys
I
are
know.
the
the new
first
place?
to witness my new streaming setup. Yeah. This is
Yeah,
actually
it looked amazing.
Oh, nice. How did you manage to take that wall off? Did you just get another one of those walls, or did you actually?
Oh, what,
do it?
over here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're just like
Center wall.
they're just like these little panels that
Mm,
I just put on with some adhesive, so I brought them with me.
nice. Very
What,
nice. Luke's got the fancy headphones as well.
AirPods Maximus for Lucas.
Are you
nice.
jealous, Ian?
Yeah, I lost my AirPods, bro.
What?
Ian has
They-
been trying to get these
They look
AirPods.
amazing. though.
I feel like every 3 days, Ian's like, "Hey, I'm gonna do it," and then I'm like, "Don't buy the AirPods Max." He's like, "I'm gonna do it," and then I'm like, "Don't do it," and then he
Why do you
doesn't.
tell
Do
him
it.
not to do it?
They're not worth it.
You
like,
don't think so?
I think
They
they're
look
they're
so
like
good.
good, but
good.
not worth it, right?
yeah, I mean, they're really good. They sound amazing. They work very well, but like, I don't know. I feel like I turn off a lot of AirPods features,
Mhm.
like the device switching.
Oh my
I
god,
hate
it's the
that with a
worst.
burning passion. It
It's
doesn't work.
terrible.
And when you think they're like nearly the price of a Mac Mini.
Yeah.
I
I mean, to
put it
be
that
fair,
way,
the
it's
Mac
kinda sad.
Mini is pretty bad as speakers. So
Yes,
you can
yeah,
make
I
that
mean-
argument.
Agreed. The internal, and this is something I needed to ask actually John and Ian about the renders that we've seen for the new style Mac Mini.
Uh-huh.
One thing that's not on there is a headphone port.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't see one.
That's upsetting because they, as Luke says, they don't have a great internal speaker.
No, what if that was it though? Like there was no Bluetooth and you just had to use the iMac Mini speakers. What if that was the catch?
I know, yeah, but I'm
That's
thinking it's
how they
probably
get
gonna
you.
be via
Oh,
display,
God.
maybe.
Yeah, no headphone jack, so I don't know. I guess they're just going all the way on Bluetooth for that.
Or USB
Yeah.
audio.
I guess so, maybe.
That's so weird though, because it seems like they're positioning it as a higher end Mac Mini,
Mm-hmm.
and it did have Ethernet, right? I
Yes.
recall.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
that's a weird omission. Like, no headphone. Even the 24-inch iMac has like every
Yeah, it
Mac
has a
has
headphone jack on the side.
That's what's so confusing to me. Unless they're gonna like, I don't know, the headphone jack comes on the charger with this one.
Yeah, you gotta
The
plug it
Ethernet
on
is
the
like
floor.
native. Like, it was just one of those things that I thought was kind of strange.
Yeah, it's
Well-
very weird. I think Ian even asked me like in the middle of the renders, like, "Hey, are we sure like this? We're not missing
Yeah.
something?" And I even asked the source, and they said, "Yeah, no headphone jack that they can see."
That's so
Yeah.
weird.
Just one of those things that, like, in general, I don't think anyone really picked up on either. Nobody really mentioned it afterwards. I was like, but I need.
Well,
that.
I think
Because, like,
it's something that you're not even looking for because it's just so assumed. It's
Yeah,
not like one of
exactly.
those controversial things.
And that's one of the things with mine. I use the Harman Kardon sound sticks that Johnny Ive
Oh,
kind of designed, which are really nice, and you can pick up super cheap from eBay, it seems. But yeah, I think I paid like 40 for mine, and they're like 150 new, something like that. So they sound amazing.
That's right, because didn't they? Those things are still, you can still buy them new, even though they're like 20 years old.
Soundsticks 3, I think. Yeah, because these were designed about the same time. In fact, they're in the promotional images for the G4 Cube.
Yeah, no, they were big for the G4 Cube and the cinema display that came out at that time.
Which I've got one of those as well.
Yeah, I don't have
easy
room
one.
for it. I have a 23-inch 2003 cinema HD display, and it's so cool, but it's so big, and I don't have room for it.
They're absolutely huge.
I don't know what to do about it.
Oh, check this out. This is a body cam.
Oh,
yeah, one of the body cams. I'm looking for a picture to show you, but there's a body cam that is definitely Apple would definitely never do.
No, Gurmy said that they
yeah,
don't do
it's definitely not a thing.
That's a line.
Ignore that, everybody. It's definitely not real. And then,
Evan, this is your breaking news, right?
There's one that I'm trying to find. Anyway, I'm trying to find a picture. They had sent the metal enclosure for the Mac Mini that they were working on.
On the new style?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's thinner.
Nice.
There was like 3 different sources that worked on the Mac Mini stuff, so I can't remember who sent it.
I can probably pull it up.
Oh, do you have the picture? Did I send it to you?
That's one of those things that I'm really after. Like the M1X Mac Mini.
Oh, found it.
Definitely something that I want to pick
up. That's the metal enclosure for it.
Oh, okay.
Brushed.
Nice.
Yeah, on a cloth.
I did not find it.
They were finishing it. You didn't find it?
Oh, I found it. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I send Ian everything that I get. Just be like, hope this makes sense. Have fun. We had like 2 different sources with schematics, and then a separate one that sent. I don't think we used that enclosure for the renders, but the real life metal one that was just hey, I have this, and we're like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks so much.
Thank you. It's aluminum.
For the unfinished Mac Mini. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah,
I was just thinking now because we're talking about the headphone jack. I'm thinking back to the design that we've seen for the new MacBook Pro. Am I wrong in thinking that the headphone jack is on the left?
I don't think
it is on the left.
Yeah,
because I did not see it on the right. On the
headphone
right,
jack is on the left on the iMac too.
Yeah, that's true. It's weird because they used to do that on the MacBook Air, but then all of the MacBooks have had it on the right for the past couple of years.
Why did they do that?
I have no earthly clue.
Okay. It's just on the right now. Okay.
Yeah. Was it on the left on the MacBook Airs? Was that like the old aluminum?
On the 2010 to 2017 generation, it was on the left.
I've got
I've
got one of those. I've got the 11-inch, and it's on the right because they've got MagSafe and a USB-A.
Or no, the
other side.
Which one was it?
I like how he looked around on the floor to see if he's.
I have
floor.
So we're MacBook Air around here somewhere.
Luke, it's on the left. On the new one.
On the new one, yeah, that's interesting. Or it was on the left on the unibody MacBook Pros. That I know for sure.
It's been on the right.
On the right,
like the 12-inch MacBook, the MacBook
Air. What about the old gen Retinas? I thought that they. I guess no one pays attention to where headphone jacks are.
Yeah, left
But
to
either way, I
right.
guess it doesn't really matter.
At this point, we're just glad to have one. Doesn't matter what side it's on.
I know it was so funny. I mean, I guess until now with this Mac Mini, it hasn't been like no one ever was like Apple's getting rid of the headphone jack on the Mac.
No,
But I keep
On
remember
the top
seeing.
of my iPhone,
but it's courageous.
God.
Oh, very courageous. Yes,
just sit on the top of my iPhone that I use every day.
it's
What
only a
the
matter of
mine-
time until we go completely portless on the iPhone.
Good.
The best iPhone, by the way.
Yeah, got a full set.
I don't know. I'm more of an iPhone 5 guy myself.
Why?
Yeah, I'm
Why do
5.
you say that? What? No, you're both wrong.
No.
The iPhone 5 is. I mean, personally, I think slate is the way to go.
Oh, the slate gray.
Or the 5S.
Yeah.
Whatever
You
that's
know-
called. Space
Well,
gray.
the 5S was the first with space gray.
Okay, it is.
Mhm. The
But it's
reason
slate
not
on
to
the
You're
go
talking
that
about
way-
the black or the slate iPhone 5 that was like a really deep black and the sides were black, brushed
Yeah.
aluminum. Yeah, it was
Also,
very
the first iPad Mini that was black. That was like really.
Yeah, they had slate on the first gen iPad Mini.
just happened to have one hand of the original iPad
wow.
Mini.
We're about to get that new one, Ian.
It's battered, but
Finally, the one with the new design. I've heard
Yep.
so many. I've been talking to people, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's like maybe gonna kind of be here," and I'm like, "What is this? What's happening?"
No,
well,
Gurman just said it's
just said, yeah.
in September.
Yeah, I'm looking
Jeremy
forward.
said
This
yes.
is gonna be a good couple of months. I'm looking forward to. I don't know, John. Do you think we're gonna get a 1, 2, 3 punch like last year?
Maybe not a 1, 2, 3, but I think maybe a 2.
Yeah, I was thinking at the
A
very
1 and a
least
2.
September and October. It has to be. There's no way.
Well,
People are always like, "Oh, this is all going to be one event." I'm like, no.
Gurman said iPhone, Apple Watch, iPad. What else? AirPods.
iPad 9 and iPad Mini. And
Yeah, a lot in the
September.
September event.
But then
So,
we've had no registration
huge.
for iPads in the EEC database.
oh,
we've
nothing.
we've had iPhones, we've had Apple Watch, and we've had 2 MacBooks. That's it.
Huh.
So that was
Really?
why I thought maybe we get the MacBooks in September. We get an iPad focused event in October because they've got the new design for the.
Well,
Mini.
Gurman muddies that up because he says
He
they're all
does.
coming in September. But maybe it's like one of those deals where it's like, hey, we announce it, but it actually comes out next month.
I could see that happening. I personally, I think it's pretty unlikely. I don't think Apple would combine new Mac generation and new iPhones. That I feel like those are a little bit too. I don't think they would overlap that.
Unless they were only going to announce a MacBook Pro, in which case, I guess
and
stuff's
not
in
do an
there.
iPhone in September.
Yeah, I mean, if you're only going to do a MacBook Pro, why not shove it in the end of some sort of iPhone event?
It gets more eyes on the MacBooks.
But it also gets less eyes on the iPhone. And then the
I feel
news
like-
is going to be like.
Well, they're already putting like 7 different
Yeah.
products in the event.
Oh,
Why not
that's
an
good.
8th one?
Yeah,
I feel like I don't know. I think because the Mac,
They might have to because of how
they
little
usually
of an
try to
update the iPhone's
split
going to
it
be.
up a little bit. I don't know. I feel like Apple because the iPhone event tends to draw different like every single time there's a September event, all of the mainstream MSNBC, Fox, CNN, they all do their like recaps because it's the
Uh-huh.
iPhone. It's broad enough. I feel like the Mac events usually have a different sort of media coverage, and it would be weird to mix both of those at the same time
it's kind of why I think
because they'd be
might, though.
competing for each other.
But they have to unveil the M1X chip.
Yeah.
And like
Exactly right. I think
that
that's
would be awkward.
I think October makes sense
Watch
for a
this
1
event for like
hour.
4 hours.
What?
Like I could totally
all
see
digital.
like the one thing I've been seeing a lot in my comment section that I really like is imagine that October 26th we get this event and it's essentially like a fancy version of November. So
Is that a leak, by the way? Were you tweeting a leak, or are you just guessing? Was
Oh, the
that a-
October. No, that's not a leak. It's my prediction. I would call it.
But see, you've dabbled in leaking, so now you have to be clear when you say stuff. This is a prediction, or
Yeah.
this is a leak. Like, imagine if I just started guessing,
It's on Apple Track
like, and just
already.
tweeted
Yeah.
guesses.
Well, no, it's whenever I've I mean, I've been more of a predictor than a leaker. So whenever I've leaked, I've said this is a leak. But anyway,
Okay,
I
so
could
if you
see.
if you just say it, it's not a leak; it's a predict.
I'll be more specific than that in the future. But yeah, I mean, I don't. I've only leaked a few times. I don't consider myself a leaker. Someone in
The
the chat
internet
just said
does.
Luke Miani is an analyst. Then I would say that's
Lucas,
probably
Lucas Mianis,
better.
the analyst.
Yeah, but I could definitely see an October event where just like last year, it starts with like talking about the chip, the M1X, and then the new MacBook Pro. And honestly, I could see a Mac Mini getting thrown in there, even though it hasn't been registered. I think it. I mean, I don't even know if I feel like the 16-inch MacBook Pro is. I feel like there's going to be like a launch and come out later type of thing, regardless. And
Yeah,
I could see that happening, especially with the 16-inch, like having the 14 and the 16 come out or like ship at different times.
Yeah,
That seems pretty likely to me.
Yeah, I'm just assuming the Mac Mini will come. Like, I feel like that just makes sense because
If
last
it's
year
the
we
same
got
chip, it's just the
computers,
same
Mac-
thing. Yeah.
with I love how like in the middle of all these chip shortages, Apple's problem is not the chip; it's the mini LED displays that they
Displays.
cannot produce
Yeah.
fast
Right?
enough.
Right? It's so funny.
Apple's like,
Like
"No,
they're
we got
designing this
chip."
cutting edge chip, and the screen is what's holding them up.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So Evan Rogers, while we're talking about M1X and M1X chips and stuff, it said, "What if the A15 and M1X have the same new cores?" Now, I would personally say, and you guys may disagree, that if it's M1 based, then that's A14 generation silicon, and then M2 would be the A15 based chips. But anyone kind of disagree on that one?
I don't disagree. I mean, I've spoken to someone who is not even sure it's going to be called M1X, so it's entirely possible that. I mean, I personally, I've been assuming M1X. It makes the most sense, but I don't know.
I think it was 95 Mac that said that their sources indicated it was going to be called M1X, but I think up to this point, they're the only people that have said that.
Apple
Yeah,
also
I think
used
it's been a general assumption, but we haven't had a whole lot of. I mean, when Apple works on stuff, they very rarely tie the product name to it.
Yeah,
So it's
never,
all
like,
some degree because that's
behind
all
the scenes,
marketing.
it's all everyone's just guessing. Like when
Yeah.
sources give me stuff, they're like, I think this is like when Ian and I got MacBook Air, they were like, I mean, it just makes sense that it's MacBook Air because this doesn't match the MacBook Pro schematics that we have. So I guess the only other thing is this is MacBook Air, and I think that on Genius Bar when Luke was on, I think Luke had a pretty good speculation that it might just be MacBook and not Mac.
Yeah,
Luke
I
and
was gonna
myself had the
say, I don't
same.
know if you saw that video that I made
Mhm.
because
Yeah, you made it
I-
like right after that Genius Bar episode.
I think I had it. Yeah, I think I had filmed it and then it published after that episode. Yeah, because I don't know, when I saw that, I'm just like, okay, that thing looks freaking awesome, like phenomenal, and it seems given how Apple has let MacBook Air designs really drag on because it's their entry level device, I could absolutely see kill off the 13-inch M1 MacBook Pro. So kill it, dead.
I don't
Keep
think
the
it should
M1
exist.
MacBook Air. Keep the M1 MacBook Air exactly as it is. I mean, honestly, it's fine. There's no need to change it. And especially for Apple, where if they can not redesign something, that's absolutely fine with them.
Yeah, right.
So I think M1 MacBook Air stays exactly where it is. 13-inch M1 MacBook Pro, dead. Then you have the 14-inch and the 16-inch, obviously, in place of the current Intel offerings. And then in place of the 13-inch MacBook Pro, have this colorful thing, call it like just the MacBook.
Yeah.
At $12.99, I think. I mean, even if the performance, M2, it's a little bit better than a MacBook Air, but nothing too crazy. I would still buy that just because it looks so cool and it's thin and it's light. Absolutely, I would buy that. It looks awesome.
so thin. It's insane.
So-
I think the only counter to that is the Quo report from last week. He said that his report came out saying MacBook Air mid 2022, flatter top and bottom edges and multiple colors.
But again, he
Which is
could
exactly
be
what we leaked.
confused on the names.
Yeah.
which Quo I think has
True.
had issues with that in the past.
Yeah,
Definitely
Quo,
has.
Quo's timelines are typically very
Mhm.
off. He's been off by a year sometimes, like in terms of a release.
Yeah, I was going to ask though, with in terms of the actual MacBook, like originally MacBook was the lowest end, and then MacBook Air came out as a premium, and then MacBook Pro is the most powerful. And I know when Apple did the 2015 MacBook, it was kind of positioned between the two.
What
Like,
a weird thing they did.
I know, like Apple doesn't seem to understand what Air means in their
Yeah.
lineup. It's different in the Mac compared to the MacBook, compared to the iPads and stuff. So
Yeah,
I
iPad, it doesn't
kind of
mean like
want,
budget or
yeah. So
Yeah,
what
it's
if
weird.
that thinner kind of flat design that we've seen actually comes out with M1 inside it as a lower end MacBook without mini LED?
that would
And
sell like
then-
crazy.
So it comes out maybe at $799 with
Just a
128.
colorful little MacBook for students.
But,
Sell like crazy.
but doesn't that kill the MacBook Air? Who would buy the MacBook
because
Air?
well, if your MacBook Air has still got your like maybe a new design, or it's got the mini LED display and it's got
and
that
an
kind of,
M2.
yeah, it's a more premium, it's got better speakers.
But
Maybe.
but
I
if the
just think
MacBook
that
Air's
Apple
design
doesn't
stays the same,
need-
I don't see that working.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just think that Apple doesn't need to do that. Like, there's been rumors for 100 years about Apple coming out with a low-cost MacBook, and I think they've demonstrated that people are absolutely willing to pay $1,000 for
Yeah.
their old. Like in 2017, people were still buying the absolutely ancient MacBook Air, which
Yep.
at that time was actually the thickest laptop Apple sold, and it had that
Mhm.
crap display, and people were still buying it because
The lovely aluminium bezels.
they
I mean,
just want a
$1,000
MacBook.
is like is kind of cheap for what you're getting.
I mean,
Yeah.
for the M1 MacBook,
Yeah.
$1,000 is a
No.
fantastic price point.
Why are
You
you
can get
shaking
it
your
for
head, Ian?
$850 on Amazon.
Well, the M1 is amazing.
Oh,
I
I
would-
thought you were disagreeing.
I don't know why I was shaking my head. I was like,
you
Yeah, you
shake
can-
this way, Ian.
yeah,
You can
this
you can get a refurbished M1 Air from Apple for $850.
Yeah.
Hello, that's
Wow.
an
Yeah.
insanely
Crazy
good deal.
good.
Or you can just do the education for $899 and then get a new one.
So what do you think about Apple potentially going for like SE Macs at some point? Whether it's an SE Mac Mini, SE MacBook Air, so they just keep one around with an M1, and then when the M2 comes out as well, what kind of price point do you think they would go to? Like a $799, an $899, $850?
I just don't see the need for that because it's only like $100 difference. Because then they would have to make a whole new computer, or I guess
Well,
they could
I mean,
rebrand one.
even if they use the current body from the MacBook Air, I'm just thinking like what they do with iPhones and iPads now should be kind of the template for what they're probably going to do with Apple Silicon, in that they'll keep around the older processors, the older models, to give them the lower end of the lineup.
I'm not sure about that. I think the main reason why there's not going to be a sub $1,000 MacBook is iPads.
Mhm.
If you
Oh yeah,
like,
I forgot
if
the
you-
iPad even existed till now.
Same.
right? Because when you're in a Mac state of mind, you think about
Mhm.
that. But Apple wants you, if you're not willing to spend $1,000 on,
They want you to spend $1,200 on your iPad Pro.
yeah, or they want you to go for
Magic
the,
$330
you can
on
go-
an iPad.
$999, or you could step down to $799 for the M1 11-inch, or you can go down to $599 for the iPad Air. If they put a MacBook in there, I think it would really ruin the iPad
Could do.
sales.
Could do. But I think a lot of younger people still want to have the iPad because of the touch interface, and they're used to it from the phones. And I still say that the iPad is the best computer for a lot of people, like my parents. Like my dad uses an iMac, my mum uses an iPad.
I mean, even I use my iPad Air with the Magic Keyboard more than my iMac.
absolutely.
I used to agree with that, but then Apple Silicon came out, and I don't know. I still just think the M1 MacBook Air is just the best computer. Like I've recommended it to my whole family. Like
Yeah.
I've probably sold like 5 of them at this point.
It's the easiest recommendation that you can make
Yeah.
because it just does everything and it will do for years. I mean, you look at the kind of life support that iPads have gotten historically. Those things live forever. Like right now, you can iOS 15 supports the iPad Air 2, which came out in 2014 with an A8X.
And I still have one of those.
By the time, like, assuming it gets dropped next year, that's 8 years of support for an iPad, and not even like a crazy high-end iPad.
And it still works smoothly.
Yeah, I mean they ran a little hot.
Yeah,
but
it's not
the A8s
unpleasant.
get taxed a little bit. Yeah.
To answer Evan's question, by the end of next year, not this year though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be a while. Aren't they trying to put? I feel like they're trying to put mini LED in those things.
Oh God! Why?
I feel like they're at least.
I would rather LCD at this point. I just want the MacBook Pro. Like, I don't know. I don't want to deal with the blooming issues and.
Yeah, those mini LED displays are not great.
Yeah,
I was a little surprised. They have 10,000 local dimming zones. I'm kind of surprised that there's as much blooming as there is. I don't really get it.
Well, I'm so glad we're struggling to produce them because they're so great.
Yeah. It's worth it for sure.
Just wait. Once they're out, oh man, it's going to be so great. Especially a bigger display on a MacBook. Yay.
It's so funny that we're waiting all this time for these MacBook Pros, and the reason that we're waiting is the feature that I'm least excited about.
Yeah.
And
it's like a lot of people
didn't have it.
They're just all in on it now.
Why though?
It's also going to be in the MacBook Air. Like I don't understand.
And yet we still get rumors that they're going to put OLED into the iPad Air next year. That makes no sense to me at all.
I mean, I'm sure they're testing it, but I don't know how. I don't think they're probably not planning on doing that like immediately. It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, I think the next is micro LED. Is that the next one?
Yeah. The only thing I heard was that the rigid OLED panels that they don't have to curve at the edges are actually pretty cheap. So maybe that would be the reason they go into the iPad Air.
You hear that from DigiTimes?
Oh yeah, I mean I flipped a coin though, and it came up that they were right.
Yeah.
So, so I'm going with that one.
Oh, DigiTimes, we love you. Not really.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit of a crazy one, but Luke, looks like you're settling into the new pad pretty nicely. Like, it looks really
it's great. I shot my first like normal video. I've got one more moving video, and then I'm back to normal content, and I think it came out really well. I really like shooting here.
So, catch me up to speed. Did you move into like is this where you live, or is this an office space that you have?
It's both.
Okay.
It's like a larger space, and I'm just gonna live and work here because I was kind of tired of paying 2 rents and 2 utility bills and 2 internet bills. So I was like, I might as well just get one place that's nicer and less expensive.
It's Luke's one-man creator house.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's a one-man tech YouTuber house.
I'm looking forward to more of your
the very first one.
Yeah, and speaking of which, I should probably get to uploading this video, so I will probably head out. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much for spending some time with us. It's been amazing.
We love you, Lucas Miani.
Really appreciate it, Luke.
I love you, Jern.
Thank you, man.
Wait, does anyone else call you Lucas Mianis, or is that just me?
You now.
Oh,
I feel like I've heard that before, but not very frequently.
Only from me, Lucas Mianis.
All right, there you go. You've coined the term.
I have. I will take full credit for that always.
Fair enough. All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Amazing. Cool.
I like how Ian is streaming in 3 pixels currently.
I know, yeah. He's picking up Sam's role towards the end of the stream.
Yes. Oh, God. He refuses to wire in his Mac.
It's great.
He's just like, no, we do it on Wi-Fi, and it's always
perfect
at the end.
In my defense, I'm on like a random island with about 10 megabytes per second internet.
Yeah, where are you and why?
Dude, I don't know. I'm on vacation.
Did you need me to come get you? Were you kidnapped?
Yeah, I'm in Washington. Here, I'll show on my map. I don't really know.
Why are you on vacation?
I guess. I don't know.
What do you mean you guess? Are you on vacation or not?
Yes, but I don't know why I'm in Washington.
Did you ask?
Nope.
Okay.
Kyle Dodds is saying he really wants a first-party 30-inch external monitor. Now, I'm assuming that we're going to get an external monitor when we get this iMac eventually, but we've also been hearing about having an A13 inside, which
so that is the follow up to the Pro Display XDR.
Okay, so is it going to be that kind of price point?
A lot. It's a replacement for the Pro Display XDR, which is currently like $5,000. But they're also working on a separate external display that is consumer based, like not expensive, and it's not the A13 one.
So my thoughts with the A13 is it's basically going to run the camera inside, so it can do all of the FaceTime background blurring.
I guess
all that sort of stuff, just basic.
Oh, that makes sense. People
Just
were saying
it also
that doesn't make sense.
They also put these chips in to help control heat as well.
Okay. Oh, with the old monitors,
the chips already know how to like disperse the heat and whatever.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, because we were talking to Maguire Wood as well before the show.
Oh, was he on?
He wanted to come on, and then we couldn't quite get in touch with him like in the last couple of days, so we didn't end up getting him on. But he
who all came on today?
So who else did we have on? Let me grab up the list because it's been a long time.
I think I saw Brian Tong on her.
Yeah, Brian was on.
Yeah,
so that was really cool.
He's my boy. I love Brian Tong.
Yeah, he's so fun. He's so funny. So we had Constant Geekery at the start. We had Yuri Tech. We had Alex Gear and Tech, Saram Bytes, Tech Moon, Tech Hyped, Alt Dad Tech, Brian Tong, Mark Sequence, and then you three,
and then me
in the end.
Yeah. No, Lucas Mianis was never here.
Neither was
I. We never saw him.
Yeah. I'm gonna head off here, but it was really great hanging out with you for this the first birthday for the channel, right?
Anniversary of the channel, yeah.
Are we gonna make this a yearly thing?
I think we should. I think it should be
on every year. We should do
that festival every year.
I'll have good Wi-Fi, I promise.
No, you won't.
He'll just my house.
He'll just be like, I'm in Virginia and I don't know why.
Hey, dude, you gained a face today. Like, look, that's a big step.
I'm at a water.
Yep, still 4 pixels, but you are in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
Confirmed.
Amazing. Well, thank you both for jumping on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Dave. It really, like, I watch this show all the time, so it was really cool to get an invite. And I mean, I'm just some regular dude, so it was cooler for me to be able to come on.
Yeah, and thank you for the shout out as well last week on Genius Park because we.
Oh, absolutely. Once Sam didn't know who you were, I was like, "You never heard of iCave, Dave?"
Yeah, he doesn't answer the DMs either. Even when I send him the video,
I'll go punish him.
Thanks so much, John.
Thanks for having me, Dave, and thanks for watching, guys.
Cheers, man. Thanks, Ian. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget, iCave Answers. If you want to get a question answered on the show in future, pop them down in the comments section with whatever you want me to answer for you. And also, let me know what you enjoyed the most from the live stream. I had an absolute blast doing it. 6 hours is a long time, but I think John mentioned that we should do it again next year. Do we go longer? Let me know.